Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Nano Dimension stock and NNDM stock news, specifically pertaining to what is the ideal price to buy NNDM stock right now, according to their current cash reserves. We will also briefly talk about what an investor of NNDM stock needs to be successful, what analysts think of NNDM, why Nano Dimension is trying to acquire another company, and how soon we can anticipate Nano Dimension to release their new technology. Remember to go and like this video right now for more NNDM stock news. Comment your thoughts about Nano Dimension down below, turn on all subscription notifications to stay informed, and now let's make you some free money with Webull.
Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories.
It's funny how many investors buy and sell stocks that they know nothing about, and this goes especially for Nano Dimension. However, once you really start researching NNDM stock, the 3D printing industry, and the company's potential addressable market, it is clearly seen that NNDM stock, along with many other 3D printing stocks like 3D Systems, ticker symbol DDD, could be huge winners in the future. Nano Dimension as a company has already added great value to their company by various acquisitions, and in the previous video that I made, the CEO of Nano Dimension recently announced that NNDM is currently in negotiations with another company that they would want to acquire. Last time the M&A talks lasted for a while, so hopefully this one will be shorter than the previous talks, and it could also breathe new life into the stock price. Nano Dimension also provides a great opportunity in a very exciting growth market. However, investors that choose to give money and invest into Nano Dimension need to realize that this is a long-term investment and they should not focus on short-term gains. There is still speculation that Nano Dimension will eventually have a short squeeze, but this is just fuel that is fed by Reddit. However, even without the option of a short squeeze, which still could happen, the company provides enough value where now would be a good time to buy Nano Dimension stock. If Nano Dimension's management actually achieves their goals regarding their plans in this rapidly developing additive manufacturing market, the NNDM stock could be worth a lot of money. According to Decisive Market Insights, the global 3D printing electronics market, which is where NNDM specializes, it's estimated to be worth $21.8 billion by 2028. And because NNDM is the frontrunner and clear market leader in this industry, they could gain a huge chunk of that market. Nano Dimension already knows that they have a large addressable market, which is one of the reasons why they are creating new technologies for customers while also improving on older 3D printing models. Currently, they have already improved their Dragonfly LDM 2.0 system to be more accurate, smarter, and faster, but the next printer that will be released will not only be an improvement on an older printer, but instead it will be fully equipped to be a fully new printer with smart 3D printing capabilities. Nano Dimension's future printers will be able to produce micro 3D printed devices through smart micro 3D printing technology thanks to DeepCube and Fabrica Group. These new printers will be able to produce medical devices, micro optics, micro sensors, many high performance electronic devices, and my personal favorite, they can produce semiconductors, which exposes NNDM to many gigantic markets where they can make a lot of revenue from. With that being said, this also exposes Nano Dimension to very varying degrees of competition from other 3D printing companies that have already infiltrated these spaces, along with regular traditional manufacturers that already have their foot in the door. However, if Nano Dimension continues to innovate their technology and acquire new companies to further innovate and revolutionize their research and development efforts and their 3D printers, they can be a one-stop shop to print almost anything. However, at this stage of development for Nano Dimension, that is just a pipe dream, because Nano Dimension is still innovating their technology, and the most critical part is that they're still on their acquisition warpath to obtain other companies that have already developed really good technology that Nano Dimension wants to own to put them and solidify them at the top of the 3D printing industry. On August 6th of 2020, the CEO of Nano Dimension told investors to not expect anything spectacular from Nano Dimension yet, and to just hold on for at least another year before they start seeing substantial results. And according to the last earnings report, which we also talked about last video, so go check that out, the CEO was right, and we did see great increases in margins and in revenue. So the CEO has kept his promise, and with this new revenue, it's going to go straight into product development and research and development. This is also going to be great news for the NNDM stock price. Likewise, Cathie Wood also has a great small investment into Nano Dimension, where she keeps Nano Dimension in her ARKQ ETF and ARKW ETF. However, when comparing NNDM stock to 3D Systems DDD stock, Cathie Wood always favors DDD and X1 over Nano Dimension. So if you can invest into those top three, you're going to get a huge chunk of the whole 3D printing market. Or you can do what I do, and I just invest into Cathie Wood's ARK Invest PRNT ETF. There's very little doubt that Nano Dimension is poised for big things, and I 100% agree with that, but again, these gains are going to be slow and methodical over time. In a previous video, I said that the ideal NNDM stock price to buy the stock at would be $5.60, and why I said that is I based that off of their $1.5 billion worth of cash and cash equivalents on their balance sheet, but according to the latest earnings report, now they only have $1.3 billion, which would affect that price down to $4.85. However, if you do not think that the NNDM stock will drop to $4.85, buying it at around $5.30, which is the current support level, is also a good move. Even if you want to average down or start an investment into Nano Dimension, that would be a good entry price or an average price to go down to. Personally, I think right now that Nano Dimension is easily worth $10 a share, but we're going to have to wait to see when other investors end up catching on to the real worth of this stock. Some more good news is that Nano Dimension has a great short-term technical score of 60, and a short-term technical score basically takes into consideration the bullish price movements within the last month. But what are your thoughts? When do you think the acquisition will go through? Do you think new news for Nano Dimension will cause the price to spike? Do you think currently it's undervalued, or do you think a Nano Dimension is overvalued? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Remember to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next YT video.